Greetings, classmates. This is my video for the forum on the lesson of Past. The acronym Past for VMC, factors affecting VMC, for P factor, accelerated slipstream, spiraling strip, I can't even say that word, and torque effect. So the first one is P factor. P factor is the thrust, the angle of attack of the blade, of the descending blade into the relative wind. And on a twin engine airplane, since you have two engines and they're not close to the center of the aircraft, or the longitudinal axis, the propeller descending blade on this blade, this would be the critical engine on the clockwise turning propellers. So the propellers are turning this way. In a normal aircraft, conventional. So this would be the critical engine. So if you lose this engine, the P factor from this engine causes a lot more thrust, and so it's because it has such a longer arm from the longitudinal axis of the aircraft, and causes a large yawing moment. Large. And I'm sure you have experienced that, and when you're practicing simulated engine operations in a twin engine airplane, it's a big deal when this one's shut down. If you have, like on a Duchess, I did some of my training on a Duchess. It has counter-rotating props, and so if you shut down either one, it's not as huge of a deal as if you shut down the critical engine, and until you get it feathered, it's a pretty big deal. So that's torque effect. The next one is accelerated slipstream. Show off that airplane there. All right, so we got wings. That's not a very good wing. So we have airplane. Wing, and the wing, and the engine, and the engine. Okay, there's my airplane. Accelerated slipstream is the loss of thrust on this side over the wing, and the fact that you have near full power thrust on this wing causing lift on the non-critical side. This would be the right wing, and this would be the left, causing the aircraft to roll to the left into the dead engine, because when the critical engine fails, that is, because of the increased lift and the lack of lift on this being produced from this engine. So you have excess lift on this side, causing a rolling into the left. So that contributes to VMC. Those are the two big ones, P factor and left airplane management, P factor, and accelerated slipstream, the two big ones. And then to less effect is spiraling slipstream, propeller. So you have going like this, and it kind of goes out that way, and this one kind of hits the vertical stab. Okay, so when you lose this on the critical engine, you have less directional, but you have less aerodynamic stability from the vertical fin, vertical stabilizer. Okay, and the next is torque. Torque effect. It's Sir Isaac Newton's third law of motion. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So if we have an engine, if we have an engine and a propeller, and the propeller is turning this way, counterclockwise, that means the engine, the propeller, is trying to turn the engine or fuselage that way. So when you have a twin engine airplane, when you lose, if you lose this engine, the torque effect on this one is much closer to the center of the airplane. Whereas this one, you lose this one. This engine is further out. It has the longer arm again, and this one is trying to rotate the engine this way. It has much less effect, whereas this one has a long arm to apply that torque effect onto the airframe. So it's lesser of a problem than P factor and accelerator slipstream, but still it's a contributing factor to VMC. Any questions? Thank you.